So that would be the best place to put that money.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would put in there that the proceeds go to pay the 2019 Dodge Charger that currently has a, what, $9,000? $7,000.
Okay, we do have a motion. It is
Keep
still
adding
on.
to it. We're still adding it.
It's still on. I know y'all. That's, but please reinstate the motion so we'll understand what's going on.
Okay, we have a motion to draft a resolution to sell the 2014 Chevy Impala. The manner in which it is sold is the discretion of the mayor, and the proceeds are to go towards paying off the 2019 Dodge Charger, which we now owe $7,900 on.
Correct. To be exact, $7,972.
Is that all correct?
All right?
If it is, we will call the roll. Am I ready? Ready.
Okay. Will Elder?
Yes.
Stacy Dawson?
Yes.
Mark Hickman? Brian Williams?
Yes.
Zach Jeffrey?
Yes.
I'll have a resolution, the written version for the records when we.
Okay, the attorney will write a resolution for next month?
Yes.
So going back to what we possibly need to do for him having the chance of moving forward with the police cars for next year, what is the avenue in that? What do we do?
The numbers look like if we lease, we're gonna be spending about the same amount of money, really close to the same amount of money for leasing 4 vehicles as opposed to purchasing 2.
Okay.
And if we lease them, they come equipped also.
So they equip them, everything? I think
They
I read
equip
that
them,
in
all we
here.
have to do is put a radio in them and strike them when they get here.
Okay.
Give me an idea what they'll be worth after the 3 years?
No, sir, I'd be afraid to guess.
The biggest thing, I've leased trucks in my business, and the biggest thing you've got to watch is that you don't let the mileage get away from you. And because if you end up with 80,000 on one of those trucks in 3 cars in 3 years, it leads you alive.
Yes, sir.
And
But with it not having a mileage limit on us for those, that will be a bonus for us there.
And Doug, you have one more thing, sir?
I also in your packet, I put the pictures from Paradise Landing. Did y'all see those? We worked with the landowner over there and got some of those old dilapidated trailers torn down and hauled out. So that's cleaned up a lot. The last thing I have is I met with the school board the other night because the city's dollar amount that we've been paying for the SRO has not been offset by what we were receiving from them in the 50-50 split. So I went to the school board the other night and showed them the numbers and what we actually are paying our officer that included benefits, salary, and everything else. And they agreed to up what they were paying us, so they're going to increase their amount by $16,600 to reimburse the city for that, so we recoup that money there.
Wonderful.
And that's all I've got, guys.
Thank you, Doug. You're doing a great job, buddy. Appreciate it. We do have the next item on, it's water office business hours. I sent a memo to all of you all regarding the business hours. That would, Dustin says we need to do that through
It can be open discussion, and if y'all making decisions, it can just be noted in the minutes.
we do have, Barbara, we had the ladies from the water department.
Yes, the ladies from the water department is here.
They wanted to say something about that, if they're here.
Amanda and Jody, did you have any input? Do you have anything to add to the meeting?
Would you come up here?
Yes, please come to the podium, please. And after you say your thing, if Barbara would read what I had in my memo, it explains this really well. Yeah.
Amanda and I both agree that 40 hours is 40 hours on our job. Whatever you decide is fine with us. We would just like for you to consider maybe a schedule to where we could maybe alternate on a Friday off, one of us be there on one Friday, we'll accommodate the hours, you know, for whatever hours it's open, you know, to where maybe we could work out a schedule where we could still make our doctor's appointments, things like that, since, you know, we're used to having our Fridays off. But, as long as it accomplishes what you're wanting accomplished by us being open on Fridays, you know? Cause, you can make payments through the Dropbox or anything like that, so we just wanted to understand exactly what you're wanting to have done. Like, is the whole department gonna be open, or just taking payments on Fridays? That's what we just didn't understand what your scheduling plan is. That's why we're here, it's just to find out.
Good. Well, thank you so much for your time, but I would like Barbara to just read this, and it'll explain that a little better.
Well, the reason that we started opening at 7 and staying open till 5:30 was to accomplish the 40 hours a week and have the 4-day work week. So we felt like that maybe there was still the citizens that like to come in early, and then there's some that like to come in later. So the ladies had decided that if one of them would come in, or one of them would come in and stay until 5:30, one of the ladies would leave at 4:30, and then the lady who left early for the 4 days would come in and work the 4 hours, 8 to noon or 7 to 11 on Friday, so that the water office would be open a half a day on Friday, drive-through only, because they would be in the building by themselves, but they could accommodate the people that needed something done on a Friday.
Motion and second to adopt this.
Okay, a motion and second to adopt this, if that's what y'all want to do.
I make a motion to adopt the
And we do have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
I have a question for the ma'am. This schedule
Okay.
that she just discussed, are you guys okay with that schedule?
Okay, sounds like a winner. I'm in support of that, so we will call the roll, I guess.
Will Elder?
Yes.
Stason Dawson?
Yes.
Mark Hickman? Brian Williams?
Yes.
Zach Jeffrey?
Thank you, ladies, for all that you guys do.
Yes, thank the ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
I will have to say, those two ladies are great to work with, and they do an outstanding job.
Great.
Great.
We do have reports. We're to the Kyle Breckenridge, that'd be Salt Engineering. They have asked to have a workshop October the 4th at 5:30, and is that okay with the city council? Now, this will be on the sewer plant.
I'm out of town
Out of town.
until from the 2nd for a week of October. But don't, you know,
Okay,
I'm good with the 4th.
the 4th? You're good?
What
Mark,
time?
you good with it?
It's next Tuesday.
This is one of the most important things that a city council will ever be involved in. It's a big deal, so I would need a motion, I think, on October the 4th at 5:30. Is that all right? Is that what we need to do? Just schedule that, okay, the workshop is, okay, the workshop is October the 4th at 5:30, and it's on the sewer plant. All right. Next, we have comments, public comments. Yes, sir. It'll be right here, if you want to, okay, it'll be right here. And it's very, very important for this city. I just want to, any other public comments? If not,
I'll remind them again about the water training. We have 3 months left on the water training. I know more about it. I took it myself. It is tough. It's an online course. It's designed to be 8 hours. It doesn't take 8 hours. I did it in 2 settings, but there is a little quiz that you do after each module. You have to score a 70% on it, but if you don't get as high as you want, you can just keep redoing it until you do it. So there's no problem there. But the rule is, we have 6 council members, so 4 of us, four people must do it, minus Mr. Elder, who is exempt, so 3. So 3 of you, so.
Dustin, do you, and I've got it somewhere, but do you have that list
Yep.
of available dates? You can email out
Just
to us?
contact me and I'll do it, yeah. And what they do is they just email you the link and you have 2 weeks to do it. And like I said, I had it done in the first 3 days. It's done, doesn't take the whole 2 weeks. Free, it's free.
If there's not any, it's public comments, yeah. Yeah, if you'd come up here to the, please,
2 minutes.
and,
Name and
2
address in
minutes,
2 minutes.
you can tell them.
There we go. My name is Chris Robertson. I was just as a citizen coming to with all of the stuff that has been over social media in reference to the allocation of funds for the breaker boxes to Mr. Hester, I believe. Are we going to address, is that going to be spoken about in reference to why the 2 invoices were issued? Just kind of get clarity as citizens on this?
I've already addressed that through the attorney.
Oh, we have? Okay, that's something I didn't see.
I mean, it is, as far as the city business goes, it's a resolved issue. The only thing that's not resolved about it is whether those positions should be replaced. New candidates should be done, and I guess we do have a big question as to whether to do that now or wait until the first of the year. Forward Planning Commission and Parks Director.
And right now, I've got Mr. Patterson, Chad Patterson is the chairman of
Yes,
the
sir.
planning.
Do we know, and just, again, just curious as a citizen, do we know if the gentleman who placed these in, is he licensed and bonded as an electrician? If not, the city would be on the hook for anything that went wrong.
I'm not the best person to answer that. I am told that the licensed electrician was involved, and that it's been inspected since then. But I don't know what is on social media. I don't
Right,
follow
right,
that,
and which I don't
so
try to go off
can't
of social media, obviously. which is why
respond to
I
any
chose come and
comments that
ask.
are out there, but our understanding is that the park, that there has been licensed electrician involved in it.
Okay, so as far as the city, we're no liability if something were to go wrong.
Well, I mean, we would have immunity anyway, as
Right.
municipal immunity, but in terms of the work being done up to code, I'm comfortable on that issue.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate,
I appreciate you. Thank you.
yeah. We do have electricity out there. I'm glad that we do. We can have a festival. Yes, sir. You need, please come up and state your name if you don't mind.
Jerry Townsend. I used to play music with you 100 years
Oh,
ago.
yeah, Jerry. I ain't seen you in a while.
Doing
Sorry
great.
about that.
Great band, you know.
Thank you.
I'm Jerry Townsend. I live on 22 Billy Drive, which we were just annexed in.
Yes, sir.
And my question, respectfully, I would request that we could look at having like slow children playing signs. It's a one-way street almost, you know, and people pass.
Yeah, okay.
And maybe 2 speed bumps, because that's the road that goes from 89 dead ends. We took the gate down and put a stop sign up, so we don't have sidewalks.
There's no problem with the signs. If we can get with Jimmy Joe is the street
Oh, yeah,
department
okay, yeah, Jimmy,
guy,
right,
and,
okay.
and
That's-
get with him, and
Yeah,
there's
that'd be
really
fine.
no problem
But if
with
we could
that.
do the speed bumps, 2 of them, a third and a third, because it's Saturday nights, and it's gonna be a racetrack, you know. And I'm afraid that if they have to close off 89 to where the highway comes in there, that's gonna be a detour through there. So
Okay.
if we could just do that and maybe clean the ditches out. I don't wanna push it.
I think it's 60% of the, is it 75? Okay, 75 of the subdivision. Right.
Meaning what, 75%?
Of your subdivision,
Circulate a petition for the people that live on that street.
right.
You mean
He
get all
is
6
correct.
of them?
Somebody can help you with that.
Yeah.
75% of the residents essentially will have to sign off and
Okay,
say,
yep.
hey, we want a speed bump
Cool.
here.
I don't, that
You're
would be a
correct.
problem.
He's
Yeah,
correct.
And I can just bring it here, or Jimmy Joe, or what?
Yeah, bring it to me or Barbara. And we'll,
Thank you. Appreciate you guys here.
thank you
Thank
for your time. Yes, sir, if you just come up here and.
Good evening.
Thank you.
Tom Peters. I've been living in the city now for 17 years, and I have to say, I see a lot of nice things around here. But I've noticed that we've taken to flying American flags incorrectly. We've got 10 of them down the street
Okay.
that are sitting out there, and they're not lit at nighttime. And that's an ordinance that we should be following.
Okay.
All right? Any idea? I talked to the person who put the flags in, but they've resigned from everything. So what are we gonna do about
I
putting
think the
lights on?
plan is trying to get some solar in there.
They won't last all night long. You're gonna have to put in electric lights if you
I
get
can
anything,
look
and
at that.
and all the other lights, you know.
Jimmy, if you'd come,
Those are the options.
it's what, Jimmy, I'm sorry,
Put the lights in or pull the flags.
or pull the flags, okay. Well. Yeah. Pull the flags. Well, he's talking about putting lights on. Well, how would we put lights on?
It'd be a purchase, yeah, do a big, have them take them down at dusk.
Okay. We could. Yeah. Well, we might put the lights in the new budget for the new mayor to look at. Right now, I guess, just pull them. That's what I guess we need to do. And any other comments? If not, oh, yes, sir. I can't see that well, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm Jack Paul, known as JP. There was a petition last meeting for, the planning commission and the reset for next year. And my concerns was on this plumbing was brought up. We got $40-something thousand for plumbing messed up here that didn't get caught by the planning commission or, and my main concern now is it's amongst y'all and what is being done about this bill, about this plumbing. Because it's been like 4 years, at 5 years, nobody's gonna be held accounted for. And then the people are gonna pick this bill up?
Mr. Paul, I can speak a little bit about it. I've worked with Chief Hunter as the best we can of determining the problem. The first part of the problem is getting repairs done. That's obviously going to be something that have to be bid out. We are focused on what does the bid language look like. You know, when you do an ad in the paper, you have to pay for it by the word. And we know so little about the nature of the problem. Is the best course to invite contractors to just come and inspect it on our own and give us their best diagnosis, or do we itemize what we think needs to be done and work the problem that way? We're still trying to figure that out. The contractor, we have not been able to locate a bond, a performance bond that they would have recorded at the county level, but even if we would have found one, that is just a performance bond. It just guarantees they'll finish the project. It doesn't have any guarantees about the lasting warranty about it. Contract statute of limitations to sue somebody about their contract is 5 years. So that's sort of the second layer of the problem is what do we do about the old contractor, but we've really spent more energy focused on just getting it repaired, and we're still at the formulating the request for bids stage right now.
As a citizen, I'm more worried about who's gonna pay for it.
Sure.
Yeah. I'd rather whoever messed it up, didn't get the elevations right and all that, pay for it, than it go over 5 years and us pay for it.
Sure, I mean, it's the same as any, anyone that's been in a car wreck knows that you have to fight two problems at the same time. You get your car repaired, and then you worry about getting the bad guy to pay for it. You do both of those sort of at the same time. You really don't have the luxury of waiting on the first one or waiting on the other person to pay for it, and then you'll get it fixed. We have to get it fixed. I mean, that's my opinion.
Okay.
Thank you, JP. Any other comments? If not, let me,
There's a comment.
I'm sorry, somebody else? Oh, that's Russ Will.
I'd just like to say, I heard the comment about the flags not being lit up.
Yes,
If
sir.
it's possible, I'd like to donate $250 toward that project.
Okay.
And put it in your name, and thanks for being such a good mayor over the last few years.
Well, thank
Can
you,
we do
sir.
that?
General fund.
In the general fund? Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. That is a good solution to do that. They do have a debate. What is that? Between the two people that are running for mayor, it's October the 20th, am I right? So that would be something that I would suggest to go to and listen to the two people that are running for mayor. And not just mayor, I think it'd be good for the other things.
It's called a meet and greet.
Meet and greet, is that what it's called? So I think that's a good thing.
Mr.
That's
Adcock, who else being represented at that debate? Which office?
County judge, will be here, mayor, candidates obviously be here, the city council members that are running will be here, no state level officials. Strictly local. We will have state senate and state rep, excuse me. Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
And I think that's a very important thing to listen to everybody. I'm retiring, so I will be here to listen to them. We do have a regular city council meeting October the 25th. We do have planning commission October the 11th. And I believe that's all the announcements. Yes, sir.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. Can certainly do it. He said that's a discussion that hasn't been had yet. The original plan was to do it like a half hour early, and that way there'd be some more time in the meeting, but I don't.
Okay, well, all the announcements are done. I'd entertain a motion for adjournment. We do have we are adjourned, sir.